Well, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. This is the Unintentional ASMR Book Club. If you're new here, welcome. You're just in time for the bedtime stories. Tonight's book is a continuation of the second part of this book called The Union. So, let's begin. The Hovertram was a series of attached bullet-shaped holes that floated over a double-railed track that led into the city's square. Watchmen were posted everywhere, even inside the compartments. I'd noticed their increased presence as of late. I stood in the back of the Hovertram and pressed myself against the window. No seats, just body to body. The Union didn't think we deserved even the simplest of conveniences. We moved so fast through the sky that the shiny steel structures built by slave labor whizzed by, becoming blurred shapes. I closed my eyes. For just a moment, I wasn't there. I was somewhere else. I was with Ma again, in some imaginary safe place that could never exist. Pleasant memories were a hot commodity these days. When I heard the ding again, I watched a herd of workers spill through the sliding glass doors of the Hovertram. As for me, I was forced back into a dream-covered nightmare that was called the square. Upper residents lounged underneath large umbrellas, sipped artisanal red teas at cafes, and chatted away on wrist comms. A suburban city much cleaner and grander than the subdivisions. They laid out blankets for picnics on the greenest grass I'd ever seen, underneath bountiful trees, so vivid that it looked like an oil canvas in one of those ancient texts. A place where every walkway led to an open park where joggers met up at the circular fountain and stretched their calves on benches while spliced canines with feline features caught electric boomerangs in midair. The Union loved cooking up new things in their labs. Half of the animals were experiments, since most of the original species had died off with climate change. The winters were treacherous, but the summers were very hot, humid. The atmosphere had never been the same since the industrial eras of the mid-2500s that had jacked up the glaciers and aided in global warming. The Union was supposedly still working on a global weather reset. They'd put into our heads that in order for that to happen, we'd need to have fewer people using valuable resources on Earth. Upper residents were the only ones who had temp regulators built inside their bodysuits. Apparently, they needed them more for a full day of shopping storefronts and stuffing their faces. Many of us workers had died from heat exhaustion and freezing temperatures in the mines and on the farmlands. Tech that could save lives or make one's life a little more bearable was only allocated to upper residence. Here we were expendable. If we died, we died. On to the next. Upper and lower residence blended together, seemingly in harmony. If you were visiting the square and knew nothing about our way of life, you wouldn't have believed that anything was grim. The Union had done well at domesticating us like livestock. A quick glance at our daily commutes would have yielded no alarm. Nude bodysuits mixed in with the other colors, so diverse to the eye. But I knew the truth, the affliction beneath the trained expressions painted on the pale faces, and there was nothing enticing about lies. Well, that story is getting more interesting. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to that reading. If you do, give it a like and subscribe as well. And don't forget that. So anyway, it's time for you to go to bed, or not. You can stay up as late as you want. But I wish you well, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.